not just confirmed, it's confirmed. What's going on, guys? I got a couple of people here in the panel. We're going to be talking about NFL Blitz is coming to your home, and you're going to buy it, and you're going to like it. What do you guys think?
Mike, go ahead, man.
I feel so vindicated today. Like the absolute hate mail, death threat I received.
I knew it.
So vindicated. And here's the best part. You know who filed the FCC filing for Arcade 1-Up? Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh,
that was the delay. Shaq needed help filling out the forms. That was the delay.
There you go. So if you don't know what's going on, we are talking about today. There was something very official. The FCC filing of the NFL Blitz is now approved. That means I believe there's nothing to stop it. Did you notice this? What? It says NFL 22. What is NFL 22? Is that just mean the 20? It's like the NFL 22 cabinet, or is it actually going to be labeled as some NFL Blitz season 2022? I don't know. There's more speculations. And what do you think?
Well, before we get to NFL 22, let's talk real quick about this cabinet being Wi-Fi. My biggest fear about Arcade 1-Up releasing this cabinet is because this is obviously going to be a very performance demanding game for their technology, for their chipsets, etc. My biggest fear was they would make this a local play cabinet only. Like, hey guys, we're going to give you Blitz, but here you go. It's just Blitz on your cabinet. Play with your friends at home. Now, this cabinet obviously has an FCC filing, which means it's Wi-Fi. The question still is this: is it going to be Wi-Fi just for like updates, firmware updates, leaderboards, or scores, or is it going to be online play? I'm going to be positive now and say we're going to get online play, which is going to be really, really cool. You know, my Bears are going to be crushing. Michael B, you don't even have a football team up there, do you? Sorry, man.
Not in Canada. Some people consider the Bills to be our unofficial team, but I'm a Green Bay Packers team. Their weather's terrible, just like ours.
Yeah, well, I remember on 1UP Weekly when we had, was it Mark Termel was on, and they were all talking about NFL Blitz. The tease was about them working on NFL Blitz and the timing of being actually to be able to tackle someone else, a pinpoint exact game point that they had to modify. He admitted they had the source code. There's very little lag on these monitors. We're talking about 8 milliseconds at the top, 17 milliseconds at the bottom. That's within one frame. What
monitor are you talking about, though?
All of them. Like the IPS monitor is very low response time, and the TN monitor is low response time. The point is, response times matter when you're going across the internet. That's why they were talking about fine-tuning those tackle moments, you know, the trigger point in which you consider it a tackle. Before the show they were talking about rollback, man. Right before the show started, they were like, rollbacks. Wait, can't talk about that because that would clue in that it's online. You know.
Yeah,
it's got to be online, guys.
It's got to be online. It better not just be for like firmware updates and patches and things. But yeah, still very exciting. This is happening. We've been waiting years for Arcade 1-Up to do NFL Blitz, so I myself am excited about this one myself. So
yeah,
yourself.
Yeah, me.
You're excited about yourself. Well, that makes sense.
I'm excited that myself is excited. The excitement is never ending here right now.
The NFL Blitz, but no Qbert.
Yeah, I know, and that's probably the one decision that is going to tank Arcade 1-Up in the future. Like, think about it. Like 4 years from now, they're going to be like, John D's going to be like, "Hey, what's up, dudes? Where'd we go wrong?" Scott Baccarat's going to be like, "I don't know, man. I don't know." And then, you know, David McIntosh is going to be like, "We should have listened to P-Dubs. We should have released Qbert. It would have saved the company."
I feel like that whole thing should be redone with those Crank Yankers puppets. I don't know if you guys remember that, but little puppets like a Puppet John D, Puppet Scott Baccarat. That would have been so great. Yeah.
So let's do the 19K Fox version of the show. So NFL Blitz with Riser, Arcade 1-Up. NFL Blitz with Riser and Stool, Arcade 1-Up. Model number, NFL A, 207410. Then we got the 227010. Ooh, what does the 22 mean? Okay,
maybe artwork.
No,
I really doubt they got.
This is the Target model. This is the Walmart model. This is the. I don't know. I don't know. There's a couple different models there.
Modern rosters? I doubt it.
So one of the problems that they ran into with NBA, and I've talked to John D about with wrestling as well, is you have to deal with the cards you have. Like if the people aren't in the players union, they don't have contracts, it's possible to get them in there. And the NFL might have stepped in and said, no, we can't do it. So it might be representative of the rosters. That's true.
We'll have to see. So there's definitely Wi-Fi, of course. You know, it's spelled out here in the filing. We got addresses of all their different places. Sample receive date, April 24th. So they've had it for a few months.
I wish this said how many Blitz games are going to be on it. That would be great. Is it just going to be one? Are we going to get more than one?
So I think this is basically The Simpsons. So The Simpsons cabinet. So we have NFL Blitz with Riser, NFL Blitz with Riser and Stool. So there we go. We probably got multiple versions of it, kind of like, they're
Mike. If they put a back on that stool, it will be a chair.
That's how it works, and that's how all the stools are going to be going forward, from what I understand.
Will this one have a back on it as well?
It depends on if it's the new swivel riser. All the new swivel risers have a back and are twice as expensive.
Yeah.
So, what do you guys think the price of this one's going to be?
$5.99, like in the leaks.
Yeah. The leaks haven't been wrong yet, have they, about the retail pricing? So yeah, we're going to go $5.99, $600 cabinet, especially if it's got a riser. That means it's it's not a Pro XL type cabinet.
Yeah, and
so it should be cheaper.
I saw Lewis brought up a comment here: 22-inch monitor. No,
whoa,
I don't know what the 22 stands for. I'm hoping it's just when it was filed, and a lot of times when anybody files any sports type game with anything, they'll put the year that it's there. That's just the normal thing. I mean, if they're going to do Blitz, they have to do the original rosters. I mean, even the art on the side is original rosters from an original player on the Green Bay Packers way back when. So you have to assume that the 22 is just like a nomenclature type thing.
Yeah,
it's nothing to do with rosters.
I would be shocked if they did do 2022 rosters. I know people are throwing it in the chat. We mentioned that a couple of minutes ago. If you guys joined late, that's definitely something to speculate about. But I would be shocked if they did. But I don't see it happening. It's got to be the original rosters. But then again, if they do the 2022 rosters and I get to play as the Bears with my Justin Fields throwing touchdown after touchdown, I'm in, man. I'm in.
Were the Bears good? I don't remember that. That seems like
we will be good. We will be good. We will be good this year. We will be good. We made the right moves.
Isn't that every
we
year?
made the right moves. This is the year.
Well, man, the NBA Jam doesn't have the year in it.
I know.
Yeah.
It's a little different. There's just some person, it's like a new person that works at the FCC, and they're like, I got to come up with an FCC ID. Let's go with NFL 22. And all of us are like, oh my God.
Guys, we've already covered this. Obviously, Shaquille O'Neal has never filed an FCC application before. He's new at this. That's why it's there.
It took a while. He had to fill out the forms in triplicate, and he forgot to do so. And that was the delay. But here's what's really cool is, despite that leak, as of today, Arcade 1UP has still not officially announced NFL Blitz. They've played coy about it, but guess what? You can't deny it. It's real. It's happening. Yeah. We are getting NFL Blitz, and I'm pumped, man. I'm pumped.
To be fair, we all knew it was happening. The minute John D and Arcade 1UP went on the 1UP Weekly and said, hey, maybe we should do an NFL Blitz, we were like, oh, okay, they're doing Blitz.
Right. Was there ever a show that was one of those shows that like John put together?
Yeah.
Is there any show that John put together that wasn't, let's tease something that totally is not happening, right? Like,
yeah,
it doesn't work that way.
Oh my! Look at it. Garage Gamer just put something there. It's going to be last year's version of Madden. Wouldn't it be funny if we turn this cabinet on expecting to see NFL Blitz and we get Madden NFL 95? That would people be like, Riot!
Yeah, well, Jamie right there, boom. He's like, I've already seen it. It's happening. It's real. I've already seen it.
It's going down.
So he's like, cat's out of the bag. Yeah, this is pretty exciting. We'll see, what's going to happen. Is it going to be crappy monitor? There's that, that could bring us down.
I guarantee you we will find something to complain about.
Yeah, they're going to throw a trackball right in the middle of that.
Oh my God.
Like, don't you want to play NFL Blitz with a trackball? Think about it. We
They're
couldn't
gonna
do the 49-way gates, so we'll just do a trackball. Works the
They're gonna
same, right?
they're gonna put the turbo run button. They're gonna put it above the joystick, right? So,
Yeah.
you know, you're
Yeah.
like, how do I play? It's gonna happen. Something's gonna go wrong.
Do you guys think this will be a
Gonna go wrong.
one-game cab?
It could be.
I
It
think so,
could
too.
be.
It could be. I'd like there to be at least 2,
So-
but I'll take it.
So there was NFL Blitz, and then like after that, there was yearly releases kind of after that for a while, right? Like, did they ever do a
Mhm.
massive jump in technology, hardware, like from one variation to the next? I would assume that's like the stopping point. Like, say, for example, this Time Crisis cab is real, which it totally is.
Right.
I mean, there's a big problem going from Time Crisis 1 to Time Crisis 2, where there's a jump up in technology, but
Right.
with this, not so much, maybe.
I don't know. I think someone was saying that maybe it was game mechanics. One of the years there was a big jump, maybe, but maybe not the board. I'm not really sure. I'm trying to look for it right now.
So this is my favorite comment we brought up from the other night. No, not Blitz Showtime.
That would be
Showtime is not happening.
if they made that Midway Sports cabinet with Blitz and Showtime, that
What
would
was it
be
called?
awesome.
What was it called? It was the Sports Station, right?
Yeah. And you know what'd be funny is if they release this and then next year, here comes your Midway Sports Station, and we're all like,
Yeah.
swearing and cursing. But that's what
And
happens, man.
Justin, I apologize for bringing up comments on your
No, please.
your channel,
No, go
but
for it.
wait, Time Crisis is real too. I think, guys, we can stop the charade now at this point and say the GameFly leaks were real. Like, let's just go with it.
Yeah. Like, I guess the last one, right, is Marvel versus Capcom, which
Yeah.
I think there's even new theories of what Marvel versus Capcom 2 could be. We've had Marvel versus Capcom 2, and it's for real. There's Marvel versus Capcom II Arcade.
Well,
That's
wait,
what I
hold
was gonna
on,
say.
hold on. It's Marvel versus Capcom II,
Arcade.
and
It's the first collaboration cab.
So Luis Chambers is here, guys. Make sure you join the Arcade One Up Deals Facebook group. He's one of the best arcade Facebook groups on Facebook. But what's funny is he was mentioning earlier that I was a non-believer in Blitz. No, you got it backwards, my friend. I'm a non-believer in Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I keep teasing these guys that it's not Marvel vs. Capcom 2 because of the II. That way, if it turns out that it's not Marvel vs. Capcom 2, I was the only one that was right, and you guys all look silly, right? You guys all look silly because you guys made 100 videos telling people MVC2 is coming out.
I never bought it. I was more of like it's the Marvel versus Capcom Legacy Edition. Has more games on it. 2, we've seen the number 2 early. Like, it's basically their part 2.
Yeah,
it's like
it'll have like
what is that called?
14. It'll have like 14 games on it, right?
Yeah, like when yeah. Well, I don't know about 14, but maybe different set of games. Like whenever a movie is being filmed, they don't, all the production crew know it of a different name. And so maybe they were like, yeah, we're building the MVC2. But it's not Marvel vs. Capcom 2. It's just the second iteration.
If we're talking about the movie industry now, it's very rare for a movie to approve a sequel, a movie studio to approve a sequel with 2 in it without going with some kind of subtitle. That seems to be what they're going for now. But I will say, P-Dubs, when EVO comes around and Arcade 1-Up announces Marvel vs. Capcom 2, you owe me a Coke.
All right. Well, Justin, you might remember this because you're a big Star Wars fan. Remember Blue Harvest, Return of the Jedi? So that was the secret working title of Return of the Jedi. People are like, oh, they're making a movie called Blue Harvest, but they didn't know they were making Return of the Jedi. Maybe they are making Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and this is its Blue Harvest. Maybe that's what's going on.
Was Blue Harvest Return of the Jedi? Wasn't that the original Star Wars?
No, I think it was Return of the Jedi.
Okay, this just turned into a Star Wars channel. By the way, I will
Let's
say
talk
while
some
we're
theory.
talking about Star Wars, like Kenobi, watched the new episode today.
Don't spoil it. Don't say it. Don't spoil it.
It's better than the sequel trilogy. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well,
I'm not gonna spoil it. I'm just saying it's that good.
So what's funny is I'm on my lunch break right now here in Arizona, and I was like, I'm gonna go downstairs, make a sandwich, and watch Kenobi while I'm on my lunch break, then head back upstairs and work. And then everyone's like, Blitz! I was like,
so yeah.
Please don't ruin Kenobi for me. Please don't.
I'm not gonna ruin it. Like
I'm gonna watch it.
There's no like leaks. There's no Baby Yoda epic thing that I'm gonna say. Like literally, the story I believe is great.
Did they
I'm
explain
loving it.
how the
I'm loving it.
characters aged 60 years in 20 yet?
That's in there, actually.
Is it really?
No.
Yeah.
What a harsh son
Stress.
on Tatooine.
They were Arcade Went Up YouTubers and they got stressed.
So
it.
yeah, my favorite
That's why
my
they
favorite
aged.
comment about us is people saying like, "What do these guys take days off work so they can just get the news?" And we did. We knew it was going to be a big news day. So Justin called in sick, P-Dubs called in sick, and I broke my leg intentionally.
I'm working.
That never happened. What are you
know
making up? I didn't. I don't take time off work. They give me time off. My company works in a different way. They're like, "You've worked too much. You're taking the day off." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
And most of us work from home. That's the other thing too, right? So we can kind of choose our own schedule. Come on.
Yeah. Now, this is going to be one of those exciting weeks where there's going to be a ton of video game news, not just in the arcade space. So, guys, your YouTube feeds are going to blow up. We're sorry, but we're thirsty and we need to make these videos and content. You know what we should do, guys, because this stuff is going to keep trickling in every single day throughout the day. We should probably do like a night show. Like, we should round this up and get everyone's feedback. You know what I mean? Like, get everybody together. What'd you guys think of
the
everything?
lunch. What's wrong with the lunch stream? We're here at lunchtime. Let's do a lunch stream.
Because you know what's going to happen? We're going to go off air and something else is going to come out. That's what's going to happen, Justin. And we're going to miss it.
No,
we're going to miss
news at night, so we can just kind of wrap it up at night.
Wrap it up.
I think he's all like, this is P-Dubs, what he's actually thinking. He's like, we should all get together and do a night stream. You know, like on Super Game Room Dudes, maybe.
No, that's not till Friday. That's not till Friday.
Yeah, but you guys could go live anytime you wanted to. You just
exactly. And we've been talking about doing a Wednesday show for a while, the midweek show.
All right. Let's get back on it. So what do we know?
Blitz.
NFL Blitz. NFL Blitz. The FCC filing is out, making it confirmed. Confirmed. What we do know is there's NFL Blitz with a riser. NFL Blitz with a riser and a stool. Everything about this, we know it's a 4-player cab. Previously, we've been teased that they're going to come out with optical sticks. This is a game that originally had a 49-way gate. Don't know if they're going to actually do optical on this. We also don't really even know if it's going to be online. There was teasing that it was going to be online earlier, but what if they couldn't do it? If they couldn't do it, then it's just going to be leaderboard. We don't know, really.
That's
what do you guys think?
That's the $1 million question, and I'm hoping it means I'm going to be positive and hope that it is actually online play and not just updates and leaderboards and things like that. You know, because I want to get this cabinet so I can play against other people.
It's got to be online. Like, why would you even release it if it's not like basically NBA Jam, right? This is NBA Jam 2.0.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't see this. I can't see them releasing this without the online. The genie's out of the bottle already for games of this nature. So, I mean, it'd be impossible for them to release this without a backlash for not doing it online.
Yeah. I'm just looking for a picture, and it's like the FCC guys going in there to test it, and they're like totally playing it. They're like, "This game is awesome!" Like, why are you taking a picture right now?
Yeah, get Jamie Loken to send us this picture.
You know.
He already said, so the picture of the NFL Blitz that he saw looked exactly like all the other 4-player cabinets out there, except for his NBA Jam. So X-Men, The Simpsons, swap out the artwork for NFL Blitz. Boom, X-Men was online, Simpsons was online, NFL Blitz will be online. It's going to be $5.99 according to the leaks. It's going to have a riser. It will not be XL. It will not be Pro. And there will be something that we hate about it. So let's talk about it.
We will find something to not like about it. They haven't released a single perfect cabinet since Star Wars.
There you go. So let's talk about what crappy thing they're going to screw up on this cab. But before we do that, a super chat from Tyler V says, "Here we go. They better not screw up this one." Perfect timing.
So if we're really taking bets or doing a pool on what Arcade 1-Up will mess up on this, and I don't think it's really a mess up thing, but what people will be unhappy with, I think it's going to be the rosters. There is obviously going to have to be some concessions made with the rosters. Maybe you're going to get some ghost characters, players they couldn't get that they're going to have to take out, and I think people are going to be shady about that.
What do you think, P-Dubs?
Oh, sorry. I was reading their
The
goofy
question
chat.
is,
They're sorry.
you're like, can you repeat the question?
Yeah.
The question is, what
I'm
is
so
Arcade
sorry,
One Up
Mike.
going to screw up on the
On
NFL
this
Blitz?
on this cabinet?
Mhm.
I mean, the thing you worry about is the emulation, right? So hopefully it runs the way it should. That's the biggest concern, right? And then hopefully, if it is online play, it's a really good peer-to-peer experience. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, I think that maybe, just maybe, it's going to have a TN monitor on it, and everyone's going to hate it because the game is mostly green, and for some reason that color just doesn't bode well on the TN monitors.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
My bet's still on the rosters. I think the rosters are going to be the biggest challenges.
I have a bone to pick with the FCC now because they didn't follow Arcade 1-Up's letter, their confidentiality request letter. This is hilarious. So Arcade 1-Up, about what was it? Last year, they finally said, you know what? We're tired of these guys on the internet spoiling our leaks by revealing this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Justin, if you pull up the request for confidentiality letter, here, what Arcade 1-Up would do is they would say, we don't want the schematics, we don't want the pictures, we don't want the theory of operation, no diagrams, we don't want you to show anything on your FCC website at all.
Is it here in the test report, or is it somewhere else?
No, back up to the main, to the main list. You guys got to see this. This is why I'm mad at the FCC,
Okay.
right? Because the FCC went too far on this one. Here, do you want me to put it on my screen?
Yeah, why don't you do that?
All right,
Because I'm like, is it here?
No, keep going down. All right, no, just share my screen. Just
Okay,
get that
I'm
off of
sharing
there.
your
This is actually pretty funny. All right, so Arcade 1-Up has to submit a request for confidentiality to the FCC to make sure any part of their listing remains confidential, right? And they put the schematic diagram. These are the things that we want people not to see. The schematic diagram, the block diagram, and the theory of operation. Now, typically what they also include, they also say internal photos, external photos on their request.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't put that on this request, yet the FCC blocked them. We can't see the internal and external photos. Arcade 1-Up forgot to put it on the request, and they're ruining our fun right now.
They're ruining it. Wait.
The FCC is ruining our fun. FCC, release the photos.
We demand them.
We demand to see them.
So we go into it, and right here, external photos not available.
They're blocked. What the hell?
Blocked. They must have called them. And said, "Hey, yo,
it's
you
not
block
in the letter. It shouldn't be blocked."
Wow. That's
So-
okay. And we got Console Fanboy with wow. We're doing just hate predictions now. We're hating on something that's not even out yet. Wow.
We're not.
Wow.
Can I comment
Oh
on
my
this?
God.
You
Uh,
may.
Yeah. So, console fanboy Zohar, this is something. It might be
Sharon
a foreign. Sharon Peters. It might be a foreign term to you, but what we're using is called it's comedy. We're trying to have fun, at the expense of things on the internet. I know. You think the internet is a very serious place for serious matters, but this is all just fun and jesting, and no harm is intended.
That's right. And that's exactly why we're saying that Zohar is Sharon Peters, because that's just fun. We all know it's not true. We all know it's not true. Although I think P-Dubs believes it's true. What's your thoughts?
I'm Mystery Encoder just said there's another confidentiality request in that listing that we must have missed. So maybe
Hold on.
maybe they had every right to block the photos, but I'm still upset because I want photos.
Ooh, let's see.
Uh,
Oh, look at this. We got some information. The NFL A blah 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 number, and there's another number, has the same technical constructions, including electronics, electronic design, including software and firmware, construction designs, physical design, PCB layout. The differences between these models is only color, cosmetic design, trade name, and model number.
That's it. So different artwork?
Maybe, or maybe it's just riser without riser.
Cosmetic,
Stool without stool.
Cosmetic details. You guys remember the NBA Jam cabinet that had basketballs for the joysticks?
Oh,
it's gonna have footballs.
there you go. Or how about freaking Mike figured it out. It's Mike's time. I don't know what buttons I press.
What are you
I'm just
doing?
like, let me
I'm
just
getting-
keep on pressing buttons until I find the one I want.
I'm getting sick, man. That's
There you
a
go.
lot of movement. There we go.
You know what the layout variation is, right? It's gonna have Shaq on it.
Bam, there it is.
Not
have
just
Shaq on
Shaq. Shaq's silhouette.
Shaq silhouette on the side. You know, everybody's laughing at me, but we're right in the middle of the NBA Finals. Now would be a perfect time for Shaq at the NBA Finals to announce the NFL Blitz cab. Let's do it. Come on, Shaq. Arcade One Up. Now's the time.
Okay, so super chat from Sharon Peters. He says, the next person that says I'm Sharon Peters, I'm writing a 15-song album and dropping a 2.5-hour documentary. Stop with the Sharon. I'm not Sharon, according to Sharon. And no, console fanboy, you do not have the right to clip this video. What you gonna do about that now? I just revoked your permission to use any of my content. Thank you for the super chat. Oh, and by the way, you know, here is console fanboy paying for his humor to be delivered to the home arcade audience, and yet he's mad at us for giving our humor away for free.
Oh.
Wait, that's
Well,
weird.
well, I think we should stay focused on the topic of the show, not let other folks overrun the topic of the show, right? That's what people are here for.
Fine, it's on soon.
He's gonna get you. He's gonna get
No,
you.
I'll just get him back. I'm like, you now have to remove every video from your YouTube channel where I helped and consulted on it. This is like, he won't have any more content. He won't have any more content. Okay,
Ooh,
we're all just playing around, right?
seems like it's getting
Except
real.
for talking about Shaq on the NFL Blitz cabinet, which is happening. Shaq is going to
Real.
be on everything. Arcade One Up has signed an exclusivity deal with Shaq to appear on every cabinet going forward.
Yeah.
Do you think the artwork on the side is using Shaq's ink from his printers?
That's why the marquees suck. They've been using the Epson Eco tanks. Just fill and chill, baby. Doesn't matter if it's translucent.
The Gen 1 control panels rubbed off because they were using Shaq's ink.
Yes,
Epson Eco tank.
yes. Bill's retro gaming show. He goes, so then Blitz is real, huh? He's trying to rein the show back in. Yes,
Yes.
it's undeniably confirmed now. Arcade One Up can't tease us anymore and say the leaks aren't accurate or anything of that nature. It is real. It is happening.
I think we should talk about Sharon Peters more. So what I had heard is that she's going on Zod Rider. And then there you go.
What?
Yeah, like officially it's not Zohar, it's someone else. And it is someone in the community that we are familiar with.
It's B Kong.
I don't know. For a while there, I was thinking it was nostalgia.
No. He says he knows too much. I don't actually. What I just said is all I know. I revealed my entire hand.
Yep.
I thought it was this Photoshopper, but some more evidence came out to lean me the other way. Okay. NFL Blitz.
Yes.
Where are we at with that?
It sounds awesome on paper. We need to see the photos that the FCC is blocking because Arcade One Up is a bunch of poopy pants.
Why did Simpsons do so poor, it appears?
Because it had a giant trackball in the middle of the control panel and the buttons were all messed up. So you're like, I want to play as Homer. Can't play as Homer. The buttons are terrible. Can't change my controls because this is the one control panel, like Turtles, where you are actually dependent on using a specific character depending on where on the control panel you sit. That's my key on Simpsons.
Glass Baby says price. Well, if that's the case, will you play? Would you pay $5.99 for NFL Blitz, but not for Simpsons?
It's a different style game. You know, if you go on the official Arcade One Up fan page, there's already a rhetoric out there for games like Turtles and Turtles in Time, where they're like, "Ah, man, once you beat it, there's not really much to do with it." And I'm fascinated with that. Like, do you consider playing a beat 'em up through once with unlimited continues beating it, and like I'm completely different. I can play it all the time, shut my brain off, but that's what people say. There's not a lot of replayability. And unfortunately, with The Simpsons, you get the exact same effect, except with an increased price and, of course, a giant trackball in the middle of the control panel. So I think the biggest sticking point with The Simpsons was, yes, we want The Simpsons. This is so awesome, but it just doesn't have a lot of replayability. Blitz, on the other hand, I mean, it's a friggin' sports game. People are going to play it till their eyes bleed. Plus, now with the online, they can continue to play it with other people. It obviously has much, much more replayability.
I agree. I concur. I second that, therefore it becomes law. I agree with you, Mike, 100%. Here's the original NFL Blitz cabinet, and we can assume that this will probably have the same shape as the Midway Legacy cabinet on the Arcade 1-Up version, if we had to assume what this would look like.
But we heard it was just more like X-Men, though.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. The X-Men Arcade 1-Up. So keep that picture up.
Yep.
And let's take a look at... I don't know, just randomly.
Look at the Bears right there. Look at the Bears helmet right there. Right in the front, right where it belongs. Right there. The Bears.
And it probably...
They had to show which teams are easy to beat, Dubs. That's why they're...
No.
Okay, scroll out just a little bit. So you can kind of see the top of it, or scroll up, I should
right there?
Zoom in, scroll out.
What?
Zoom in and then scroll up.
Oh, zoom in and scroll up, like right here?
Yeah. And then now scroll down a little bit.
Scroll down a little bit right there?
There you go. Yeah, that's good. Okay.
All right, what are we looking
See
for?
that? So I don't think it's going to be Blitz 99, right? Because isn't there like just an NFL Blitz? And then
it's regular NFL Blitz.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'll probably have these little extra wing in there, because that's what Jamie said. The pictures that he saw looked like an X-Men. It looked like this, but NFL Blitz.
I've seen the pictures too.
Wait, what?
Exactly. Yeah, I've seen it too. It's that, except it's NFL Blitz, the original NFL Blitz.
Well, you're just now saying you've seen the pictures?
No one asked me.
What?
Wait, do you have the pictures?
No, I don't have the picture, but I've seen it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So let me go into Dropbox real quick. No, I'm kidding.
MG says the X-Men cabinet looks more like Golden Axe. I didn't get either of those cabinets. So I don't know what they look like. Mike,
they're not gonna cut a new form factor for any 4-player cabs in near future. I mean, this is the 4-player form factor we have. This is what you're getting, guys. Come on.
Yeah, it seems like, talking about that for a second, it seems like that's because the other bit of news that we had today is, basically the reuse of the form factors for some other Arcade 1-Up cabinets. We can kind of tie this all together, right? So we got the Bandai Namco, there's a Dig Dug coming out, right? And then the MK form factor is going to come as Joust. And so, the latest 4-player form factor that has been released is the Shaq edition, but that's when it's an XL without a riser. And what we can see from the FCC filing is this indicates it does have a riser. Both versions. There's one with a riser, and there's one with a riser and a stool. So it's a little bit more like the same as Simpsons, right? But they're gonna do the thing, and maybe we'll see this in Centipede, where the form factor gets reused again. What's going on?
There's a comment there from Garage Gamer that absolutely needs to be brought up.
It's a global conspiracy. Actually, the key players in the highest level of power that reaches down into the lives of every man, woman, and child on this planet.
What's he talking about?
I think he's talking about all the people in the comments earlier that were saying Moat confirmed this a month ago. Move on. I don't know. It's a global conspiracy.
This is official. This is like official, legal, documented proof that this cabinet is coming.
The title
of
this video is NFL Blitz is confirmed. I didn't say it was confirmed. I said it was confirmed.
Confirmed. Yeah. Did anybody else confirm?
And I'm going to make another video that's going to be called Arcade 1-Up is confirmed. And it's going to go on your homepage, and you're going to have to deal with it.
So, Mike, what you're saying is we are confirming the confirmation.
Exactly.
Oh.
They literally asked for confirmation. We're giving them their confirmation. Confirmed.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. You know what? And I'm going to say this as politely as possible. Like, guys, there are how many Nintendo Switch YouTube channels? How many Xbox, PlayStation 5 channels? How many home arcade channels, right? And nobody subscribes to everybody. So if one person makes a video and another person makes a video and another person makes a video, you know what everyone is doing? Everyone's working together to reach the entire audience that supports these products, or as many people as possible. So people shouldn't be like, "Oh my God, somebody made a video." I don't care. I'll make a video. I'll make a video right after this one talking about what Justin just said. I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? Because not everybody who watches me watches Justin, and vice versa. You know what I'm
There you
saying?
go.
So why do people get all upset? You have your audience.
I don't
mine.
know.
You know what I mean?
People are loyal, and they want the people that they subscribe to have credit. And if obviously, go check out Moat's video. And I haven't seen it, but maybe there's some good information there. I suggest you go watch it. I appreciate them sticking up for the person they like. That's fine. So
Sure.
go check out Moat's shit.
There you go.
Yeah, but this is official confirmation. It's real now.
Well, let's go back and be honest. It was official confirmation the minute John D walked down One Up Weekly and said, "Yo,
That's
guys,
true.
imagine we could do Blitz." And I'm like, "Well, shit, they're doing Blitz."
That's kind of true. That's kind of true.
Yeah. This is there's one more thing I want to say about it. I'll just say one last thing about it. All right, hold on a second.
Is it about Shaq? Please
Just give me a second, okay? I'm gonna pull you guys off just for a second, okay?
Uh-oh.
Oh God, this will take a second. Okay, real quick, just putting it out there. Just putting it out there. Just putting it out there. Let's see this, and then here we go, and here we go. Fans of NFL Blitz have expressed how much they would love to get an arcade one-up cabinet with one of their favorite titles in it. But they say it's probably impossible because that game is too violent. There's too many challenges, and those challenges would be insurmountable for Arcade 1-Up to come up with a way to re-release it. But last night on the 1-Up Weekly, we had a special guest, Mark Turmel himself, the software developer behind some of the greatest midway games, including NFL Blitz. They share a different opinion. They're saying that even back in the day when that game was released, they had the source code and they made modifications to that game to appease any issues with any violence. They talked about the challenges being a little bit different than what the community has said. They focused on some of the challenges being with the actual gameplay and the precision of certain moves in the game. And it got me wondering, why would that be a challenge? Why would that be something that they are focusing on their roadmap, saying like, hey, if we were to do something like that, not that we're confirming or denying that we're working on that, here's the things that we would need to be focusing on. And some of those things, of course, is the problem with the players. They got to get all the players in that, in those games to sign off on it, sign a waiver or sign a royalty deal, whatever it is, to say, yes, you can do it. So that's a big challenge. And why is that? So NBA Jam, that's an NBA game, and there's an NBA association that kind of collectively represents those players from an IP point of view, and they can work out those deals. Some of those characters are not part of that association on the NBA side, so they had to reach out to those individual people. And some of it's just logistics, actually talking to the people and getting them to sign off on it. That takes work. But that cabinet takes software updates, the NBA Jam, and so it's possible for them to add those characters later. I think that's really cool. But let's talk about NFL Blitz. Now think about that. There is no NFL association that singularly represents all of those IP, those characters, those players that they can simply reach out to and sign a waiver and do a royalty deal or whatever, however that works. So the challenges are higher. But I want to talk about this whole thing about the precision timing that was talked about on John D brought it up and Mark Turmel brought it up. And I'm wondering, why is that a focus? And it came to me. I think I figured it out. So why would you need to modify the original ROM to tweak the accuracy and performance of this window of opportunity for a pass interference. And they didn't explain why. They just kind of said this is a challenge. And I don't know more than anybody else. I was there in the show, watching it live, listening to this information, and I don't have the ability to ask more details. If I did, this is not something that Arcade 1UP would share with me, but I'm wondering if the reason is because they're going to make the game live. So think about it. There's going to be inherent lag over the internet. And those original ROMs were designed for a game that you're static and you're sitting in front of it. Anyway, so this is a long established channel that's been covering home arcade for a while. The topic of NFL Blitz has been on the minds of many people for a long time.
I think you're missing the main
bullshit.
point.
This is bullshit. You're taking credit away from somebody who deserves it, Justin.
I think what the most important thing we need to remember from Justin's video that he just posted is the fact that YouTube just really ages the hell out of us.
Right?
Sorry, Justin.
Is that right?
You look like a baby in that video compared to today.
Your whole life was ahead of you back then.
Yeah, February 8th, 2021 is when that video was uploaded. Will Arcade 1UP release NFL Blitz? It should have been called John D told me that NFL Blitz is going to be released, and here is why you should believe it. But anyway,
honestly, I'm not joking. Back then, I don't remember if I was obviously making YouTube videos. I don't know if I don't think I was making videos about Arcade 1UP stuff back then too. But like the minute I saw you guys do a show on NFL Blitz, I was like, yeah, they're doing NFL Blitz. Like, I just knew it at that point. I mean, like, I can't imagine anybody sitting back and saying that'll never happen. Like, you must be the most cynical person in the world not to say, oh, wow, they were on there talking about Blitz. Obviously, Arcade 1UP are making Blitz.
Okay, let's find out. So back a year or so ago, let's see what Michael B looked like. Let's see how much.
Don't do this.
I look so much better.
Oh my God.
Don't
right?
Pull this up.
Wow.
No.
Wow.
Now you'll see all the weight I put on since COVID.
There you go. Look at
it.
Young buck. Yeah, and he's all like,
so want to keep that momentum going. So
a lot less gray. A lot less gray.
I have one less kid, that's for sure.
There you go. See, you looked a lot younger. It's all the stress from talking about NFL Blitz so much, you know?
That's what it is. I'm waiting for Shaq to show up and do the right thing.
All right. Well, I think we got to wrap it up. I got to get back to work. My lunch hour is spent literally getting messages from people saying, hey, got questions. Let's talk about it. So anyway, let's do a quick summary. Let's start with P-Dub's Arcade Loft. What do you think?
I think that this is a great week for video gaming. We're going to see lots of great news in the console, modern gaming market, as well as in the retro gaming space here with home arcades and stuff. So I think this is just an exciting week. And we just pop on here and we do stuff, make videos because we want to have fun. I mean, we're just trying to make this fun and enjoyable. But also, just to wrap it up about this cabinet, I'm excited to see that it's officially official that this cabinet is definitely coming. And I'm excited to see it and look forward to hearing more about this cabinet. That's all I got.
I want to say thank you so much for tuning in and look forward to all of us making videos again when Arcade 1UP actually puts it on their webpage to say it's officially announced.
Times five.
There we go.
Yeah, we need pictures.
All right, let me wrap it up. Well, I'm now officially quitting home arcade because I got a raid of people coming in telling me that I'm an idiot and that this is all way old news. And from now on, I'm only going to make content that is... I got a video coming out. It's going to be, can I fix a Nintendo Switch? No one can copy me on that. Because it's my Nintendo Switch. It's very specifically broken. I'm going to walk through me trying to troubleshoot it, and there we go. Like, there we go. Console Kits is being renamed to Console Kits.
So the funny thing about that is I'm making a video talking about good, unheard of Super Nintendo games they could add to the Switch, and people are going to think I'm following you now. So you're screwing me up.
Then I'll make a video be like, I already made a video talking about the Switch. I'm now a gatekeeper. I'm going to
Yeah.
block you. And then I'm going to go to other streams and tell people that other people already made videos of it, which is really, I think I saw, did I see like a very respectful YouTuber come into this channel and actually name drop someone else offending and I don't know. That's just something I wouldn't do, but I appreciate all of you hanging out, and I'll try not to look. I think it was about Moat. I love Moat. I think he's a great content creator. This is not a bash Moat session. This is
we like Moat.
Seriously, guys, go check his video out.
Exactly.
No one was trying to take away from him.
No, absolutely not. Anyway, so have a good day. I hope you enjoyed this live stream. We'll see you guys in the next video. And but Zohar's still